Good morning, greetings, 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 greetings. How are you? How are you? Good morning, good evening. Greetings in your time zone. Rapwani Molishani Chifunabuli in the Pew. Akunakulala, Akunakulala, how's everybody? Yes, how are you? How is everybody? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Dansha. Hi, Brenda, Mulishani, Akunakulala, Akunakulala. Invite everybody. Greetings in your time zone. We're gonna get started in a little bit. Let me share in the groups. Mulishani about TikTok. How are you about Facebook? Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay. Hi, Royce, Mulishani. I'm good. Nicholas, how are you? Tap and share with somebody. Tap and share with somebody. Tap and share with somebody. I know it's late in Zambia now, but people can watch it when they wake up. In fact, abantu tabalala, because they wait for power. So when people have their gadgets powered up, they can watch. Otherwise, Moiseni, how's everybody doing? Pages are growing. Pages are growing on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Welcome, new people. Welcome. The pages are growing everywhere. So we are excited to have you, all the new people here. Molishani. Oh, it's all heading to midnight. Akuna kulala. Yes, Akuna kulala, guys. Why youth, especially why youth, Charochin. Akuna kulovala, especially by youth, namulala bale sende chalo. Paria mulele bale pingane fia kuchita. They are plotting, scheming, and doing all kinds of things. Akuna kulala. Apani ears to the ground. Na mumona ku Tanzania. Nina nuwale tonton kanya chifire freshika ku Tanzania kutifia chitika. Who thought, you know? Firefi chitika ku Tanzania mwe bantu. Uwa ingiriye mwa kutifia chitika nishi. Nefi ntufire chika panono mulesula ka. Then Zambia, if you chitika ku Tanzania, who thought Philadelphia chitika ku Tanzania? Kuti if you chitika ku Tanzania, who thought? Nobody. But if you kwebati, if into Philadelphia chitika mulesula, mwamona. Oh my God, power 1 hour. If you are ku Congo, if you nefilechika mu Zambia, if you are ku Congo, amalaiti takwaba, abakwata amalaiti niba finondo, bali abakwata amasola nama generator. Ku Congo if you kwaba, takwaba amalaiti. Ordinary people abantu fieta bakwata amalaiti. Ero ni it's a way ni shire ya kutekira mu abantu. Kuchita deny abantu news. Pantu ngatakuli amalaiti. Techi mufe file chitika. Ama TV mwalishimia. Ama cell phone kula aluisho kula chitanani. So you have to make sure that your phones especially, they are powered up. Ama phone mwe bantu ku making sure ati mwashita ama power bank whatever so you know what is happening. If vale shimia malaiti, ni reason umwa kwebati vale chitefi tutamuishiwe file chitika. Hello by James Mulishan. So, people of God, I have 2 topics today. 2 topics. The topic here, Bill 7. The Oasis Foundation has sued the Kuli lawsuit between the Law Association of Zambia. There are 6 petitioners. It's big, guys. There is a lawsuit between 6 petitioners concerning Bill 7 and the Attorney General. So the Attorney General, he was sued yesterday by 6 petitioners concerning Bill 7. If you're on the sheet, pan. Chiten share power tap ku TikTok to alambanga to Africa 1,000 likes. So let's power tap on TikTok, and then Facebook also we share. We are going to get started when we reach 1,000 likes on TikTok. So power tap mwe bantu Twitter abantu tabalala balolela amalaito bushu. So the breaking news is the Attorney General has been sued by 6 petitioners. That happened yesterday. And also, there was a letter which was written by Honorable Emmanuel Mwamba to the SADC. That happened yesterday. Reporting the Zambian UPND government to the SADC. The letter was written yesterday. And today, SIMUUWE has responded to that letter. So we'll talk about that. Chifu Nabuli, as usual, thank you. Power tap, chain to fike. Okay, we are almost at 1,000 likes. Let's power tap, guys. Power tap, power tap, power tap. Hi, we are Florence. We are Facebook. Facebook, but it's sensor, so but still more. I want to balatamba. Even if Facebook is censored, people watch when we are offline. Okay. Welcome, welcome. 2 topics today, guys. Akuna kulala. 2 topics. I see you at Joseph's. I see you at Donoska. I know now Willa, but we need to have this conversation. But Florence, I'm fine, thank you. Hope you are fine. Power tap, ku TikTok to Africa, almost 2,000. We'll start at 2,000. Australia in the building. Yutumezie ni shangwe mutambo ke kwa Australia kafo. Welcome, my co-host there, Comrade Josephs is in the building. As always, thanks for joining. Yeah. As always, by Joseph's on the program. Chiten share by Facebook. If you tulelanda po very important ka. What we are talking about, guys, is really important. Ukutureyo kunomba ni kuma final. You know, it's like if you were preparing to write your grade 12 exam, ero nomba mwafika kuma final, oko tufikire nomba ni kuma final koko tureyo. Hi, Mama Angel G.
Hello, Madam President.
Hi, welcome. Hakuna kulala. By Facebook.
How are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Joseph. How are you? The great supporting team to Madam President.
Indeed.
And then when she becomes the president, she will be refusing to listen to us.
No, this one we are ears open. We are keeping our ears open.
How can I be president without you? I can't. Yeah. I can't. You are the team, the A team nipano pene, the A team nipano pene. Moiseni. Hello, Raphael. The queen is here. Share mwebantu ku Facebook abantu nabalala, but share bakatamba ngababuka. Hello. Follow Queen Pumi on YouTube because Facebook deletes the videos after 30 days, but we take all this content and post it on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. So anyway, we can get started. Okay, panono tualafisha 2,000 panani apa tualafisha anga tuafika 2,000 likes to get started. But Andy, good to see you from Edinburgh. I didn't know you are from Edinburgh, so good to see you. But Andy is always here. I know my regulars. When I see the name, I'm like, oh, some of them I've been with them since I started 5 years. My mom Faso is there as usual. Another co-host, very patriotic lady. This is what we want, guys. So our topics today, 2 main topics. The first topic is that Honorable Emmanuel Mwamba, he wrote a letter to tell the SADC about what is happening in Zambia. There were 10 points on that letter. And SIMUUWE, he has responded to that letter. and we'll look at it, denying everything that Bamwamba said. So I'm going to look at that later. And the other big thing that is happening is Bill 7. And yesterday we saw the Attorney General was sued by 6 petitioners. It's big, Mwebantu. For someone to be sued by 6 petitioners, tekwangala. Teyamwa no seka. Ba Attorney General Bakaveshia. Sued by 6 petitioners because of Bill 7. Good job. Because you could nikuma tero, nikuma final. You know, yesterday I was saying, infula ingairesa mkuloka, ikumbiriresa, infula tairoka fie, without a dark cloud that brings the rain. There are signs, and this government, the cloud has been forming. Shire pangika fie panono ture chitamba. Mwamona, by UPND. They have been doing things, we are watching them. But now, opo tufikiri apa. The UPND's plan is up to here, up to our neck. The next thing, ikaba Tanzania formula, Muzambia. This whole thing that is happening in Muzambia, ni Tanzania formula, ni Rwanda formula, ni Uganda formula. Na chilemba pa page yandilero ku Facebook njebere. Bena Zambia, tientu benga ba Malawi. Tientu benga ba Malawi. Otherwise, Zambia is on track to be quite fileka chike ku Tanzania. Olo ifi chitika ku Uganda and Rwanda. Nalikuwa tomu nande o ndanda nankwe. He's a friend, Twakumena Pedepa online. And he's a Congolese Pan-African. I brought him here many years ago when Eloa ishidem kutuchinkula. Mu Congolese. Ali ishidem kutuchinkula. Atwe bati mwebe na Zambia. Ififire chika mu Zambia. Mukaisanga muri mwamoneni. Ali tuchinkula video po yaba. I think it's even on my YouTube. I'll try to repost it. Adishiria to chinkulo kwebati. Muzambia abale miteka. Formula bale bomba na ina nidia formula ya kukongo. Na Rwanda. So muchenjere, that was 4 years ago. But bali mutukire sana. He even sent a small clip message to Zambia news kumiwo kutu warning ifwe. Pantu yena wa kukongo elwalanda chife kukongo. Elwe fintu fiambilo kuchitika kukongo. We were the first. Tapali yaba kutuchinkula kwa so mwebe na Zambia na mushuka because ayama pange bakwete yayambire ku Congo. Mwamona ku Congo bali firwa kufuma mu filefya chika ku Congo up to now. Fyafumoko ku Uganda kulya na yena kulya na Uganda ali katira fye chalo aba kubwerera numa. Twaisa ku Rwanda na yena ilya, we all know ilya shifyo lyaenda ku Rwanda. Mwamona mu Tanzania ba Gen Z bali kosa. Tanzania ba Gen Z bali koselo ba Gen Z ba Tanzania bali chitile woni ba ku Kenya. Ba Gen Z ba ku Kenya bali kosa. Baisamba nokula chita woni abena Tanzania. Bena Tanzania, ichalo chendo pochire, ichalo cheno pochire ndera mukaisanga muri mwamoneni. Abena Tanzania bali susha bena Kenya fyo barebeba. Na ifwe ture yakabili ya my elections ya reisa panono. I'm just giving number. Zambia oko ileya ifire chitika. Ifire chitika bale chita ni foundation for katulefo kubiyare chintute. You have to lay the foundation. So Muzambia bale fo kubiyala nomba. Filefya chitika ku TZ Rwanda na Uganda na ku Congo. Foundation na yambo kuleyingika. Mwamona tuletamba tuleseka. Uku kufyaro fimbi konse bale fikana. Kumana wibali fikana Zimbabwe balifikana, Botswana balifikana, Namibia balifikana. Mwamona? But if tuleseka tule mwana kwa chikwangala nga twalisa mukumi bapano mule tutukana. Okay. Fast forward. Nde mishibika nomba I'm giving you nde fire abantu beshibe. Pakuchi muike salira ifike sa chitika mu Zambia. Don't say tatwala ndire twali myebere. Ero abambire okutweba bako Congo, people from Congo came katika chinkule nibe na Zambia. Ifike sa chitika mu Zambia. It won't be something strange. Is if it chitika mu fyalo fimbi. So imwebe na Zambia since tafira michitikira salapke ni sureni amenso. So nomba bill 7 ili napa na ifike hapa. Aba kote aba para baka vindere bonse bare supporta we want a 7-year term. What the hell? Who the hell? Okwa fuma democracy yo ine democracy oko yafuma ni 4-year term. Nomba ifecho tuwaras baka vindere and all these old people. We are not wishing them dead, but they have lived their life, they have lived their usefulness on earth. Now they are being useless. Some of these people. I'm a politician, Mu Africa, now useless. They are, even when they were young, when they were youthful, they were useless. Now, Mubukote, instead, Ubukote wakwate wisdom, they are still useless. And we shall call them out. And we shall not let these people who have a reason, icharoches chifiko panopochifikire. Instead, wekaleke kuma family, let them retire. If you have baledi, if you have bombere, but if I know Bokona wira abana besu naba ishukuru ye besu. They want to ruin future. Iya abana besu naba nebe ishukuru besu. So, which brings me to say, Uriomu rumendo wa kukongo uria. Nariwa in touch na nkwe. So, arefo ayo kulanda na ine. Kuisa landa na imumwe na Zambia. So, we are planning very soon, per weekend, when he's less free to have akamiebe, because when abali pitamo kukongo. Elo ni pan-Africanist, elo alafi konka sana ifema politics. If it chitika muma Great Lakes region na kukongo alifi konka. Achinje but ndefo kuisana ndanavena Zambia. Uyule bateka wakufinya pona papata. Bill 7 hii nenga ya pita nishie mpera na Bill 7 hii kapite alefo kulanda na vena Zambia. Because alilandle na ifenomba. Napangaka video kamu talking about what happened in Tanzania. And this aba Congo bale beba bena Tanzania salapu Keni bale mwana kwati kusika. Even the Kenyan Gen Zs told the Tanzanian Gen Zs salapu Keni abena Tanzania bale mwana kwati kusika. No mamumo nefichike ku Tanzania after abantu bafu fiachitika elo baleisa mkuchita peace mission. Kutumfya abantu kulia. Iya peace mission iya pakanwa ni lip service because efo balefo afichitike fiachitika. Elo nomba baisa nomba mukuiranga kwati balefo okwafuirisha abantu. No. Obu afuirisha balefo anomba balefo aba opposition wabaperenga fyola fyandalama pakutu bale kyokulanda. Because nga balefo ayo kwebati fyonse fiende fye we know they would have intervened. Now fast forward for Zambia to the same situation. Zambia yafika paria. Bill 7 is right here. If Bill 7 passes, then you ko labe ni kofie. Mula be kofie Bill 7 nga yapita kula bako. So nomba naisa kuli welcome Badonoska. Naisa nomba kuli I petition. Petition for 6 petitioners, and the petitioners are the Law Association of Zambia, the NGOs, Bishop Andrew Mwenda, the Evangelical Fellowship, Bishop Emmanuel Chipoya, Father Francis Mukosa, LCK Freedom Foundation Limited, against the Attorney General. And this petition is mainly, summary is against Bill 7 Tabare Ifwaya. Mwamona. So that was filed yesterday in the High Court. Because these people, they don't want to stop. But if we, as Zambia, it's like this, Bill 7 is a roadmap, ukuleta Tanzania formula in Zambia. Ababantu, abale funye mpia. No kula sende fialo fyesu. Nomba balireka, abasungu balireka okuisa mu Africa, mkusende fialo. Mwamona, you have to understand ukwebati. Abasungu balevo mpia abantu abafita okusende fialo fyesu. Efire chitika kuma Tanzania uko, basende chalo. Uriana mayo nina mayo. Kuti akwata shani ya maka yako chitafilia. Bale muntu kana, people should see the bigger picture. Kulolesha kunse. Mwamona, pumulo kuti akwata maka yako chitefi. No. So, bena Africa tufire tuwa isuka. Abasungu balireko krisa isapadia ne mfuti. Yo tusatwa sende chalo. Mwamona. Bale bonfia ababeni abakote abatemwa butulie mono tufumo tuwabo. Ukusende fialo fyesu. Abasungu bale tungurure fialo kubonfia ababa kuru abashakwa tamano. Ababeni abakuru ebashitishe nama Africans muusha. Babwela from there kwa colonialization wambo kulapera basungu impanga pakasakulo palika sweet. Nomba it fast forward kuri ino nshitatu walipoka independence. Abasungu baikala panshi baingirira mutwala poka shani ifyume. How are we going to continue kula sende ifyuma? Ukwabulo kubalipira babantu. Nomba kuri ubupuba mu Africa entungurushi ishisha kwa tamano. Tashire roresha tashire salapuko kwebati inga ife tukalubuka shani mu Africa abana besu bashana shana fe pa TikTok inchitota kwaba mu Africa. Every time I go in Africa umutima wandula lepko kumona abana bale shana fye bale imba bale panga ma jokes takwaba inchito abana bale bafilo kuba ma factory bale bomba. But what can they do? Abana bayingira fe music, uli apani musician, uli apani comedian. Ngati alande ko fya ma politics what why me mugwire ni bali mwikata. We don't know where why me is. The thing is ichichalo ba youth ni mwe bafulire mu chalo ni mwe bakalugula ichalo chonse ba Gen Z salapukeni ni mwe bavota. So apa ayamali ashitulele anda mali ashaya kalamba because Zambia ngayapta Bill 7 labeni kofie. Ni nshaba sungu basendere chalo mumano filafine ku Tanzania n'abakisende chalo. Rwanda bali sende chalo. Uganda ate kufikirire ndeke kuri esho bali dete mfuti kuri. Congo bali sendera mumano but kumana we bali kana. Mwamona. So apate kweba fiachi iyo twalipata omuntu tatwapata omuntu. Uyu muntu teshi bekubachi aleshtishe chalo na futi mubusha neshtwaingira ifwe twaingira chapwa. If you mefe tuwakwata abasungu techi wakule ifyalo fyabo without if you mefe tuwakwata ifwe. But tatukwete abaume banshindo abakwimina n'abasungu kwe batawe ifwe tatuwafichite tupereni 50%. Techi bese na nemfuti abasungu mkutu ipaya kusende ifyuma fyesu. But ngababo mfya ine ukuminyanchirira imwe nishibere n'abawina. So that's why in a message yalelo kweba ma youth bonse mwe ma youth abakalubula Zambia niba youth young men and women aba mu Africa abakalubula Africa ababakote bonse kuba pluna kwambira pona ififile ni ntemwa. We put our foot down. Bill 7 ikapita ero Bill 7 inga yafa yalala 2026 ni out. Umukote onse, or any politician with any case nangwa ibile 10 kwacha public fund, it is out. Because ingawa ibile nangu 10 kwacha public fund, bakupela contract ya musebo, impia shaluba. Kuchu waisa iminina tera umbe president, ukachitenshi you are overseeing millions of kwacha. You are overseeing billions of dollars. What are you going to see? What are you going to do? Nga president, you are overseeing Pazambia mushiri wa Zambia. It's trillions of dollars of minerals there bapo. Ukalafye mkukongolo kulikonze. And bala kukongosha pantu naveshi bati Zambia palia mabwe palia. Panch so nomba tulelanda pali bill 7. Elo nomba again on that bill 7 ba America ba mobeni abatuputu ile miti na babwera tyo twala mpera 1.5 billion iya miti mule yanga mule samwa batina mkwata trillions of amabwe under your feet. Why mule yanga abantu bamye bati bala mpera 1.5 billion iya miti for your health care? Twaliba nomo bushe fintu fya celebrate when kuti mwaimba fya mabwe mwayashtisha mwashtana imiti ifipatala mwakula mabwe na mkwata but abantu baisa tyati yo twala mipera so much mwamona mwambo kusamwa. Another thing, kwa yuko bale samwa lobito bale shaye bale saina na basungu koka tuikatushoko bali kuchongwe bale saina lobito $200 million US. I'm like, Jesus. Uliawe ne jito na kasuti bali pangana video lobito corridor bali na balangana iliyo ine video ba pangina na kandeke na katreni na wakabika so katreni karesenda mabwe. I'm just like, Jesus. Where are we going? You are going to election, elo mulea mkusaina bakule njanji iya kusenda mabwe. And the other thing, if you chika ku Tanzania tini idia pote obalefu ayabala bene abasungu badia pakuti pantu ayama Gen Z movement tetia sumini abasungu efe balirande filifyonse so kusenda badia bene bamayo badia bakwati bale ba controller katuishinga nimpia baba pera katuisha baba ita compromise bale sumina fefu mofini bale sign bale fire potilia amabwe mu Tanzania mwali ba mabwe Tanzanite whatever Congo access ku Congo kulia so abena Zambia tule tontonkanya critically file chitika mu region nkabaleta ba maki rushimba ba Congo bale fo kutulondoro ya pantu bena bali fi star that is from Congo and ku Congo kwali benkondo ya 30 years and bali figwa kufumamu because if ifine fya kubatinga bayingira bale bomfya abantu benu to infiltrate bale pele mpieshi ngishire ingira muchalo people like bena chite nshalumbulia machine kwali abantu abapina bako bachibalenda na punch but immediately government ya ingira mo life ya buyali chinja. So you think those people will be happy to lose power? No. And the last thing, maybe I can take a break here and the team can come in because we have two issues we are talking about: the petition for Bill 7 and also Emmanuel Mwamba and what SIMUUWE has said. So I'll continue later and talk about what SIMUUWE has said. After I talked to my friend in Congo, he's like, you need to tell let's not talk about this candidate, that candidate. There is a bigger enemy than our vote. It's more than what meets the eye. So I end here. I don't know about for Pisa next, Joseph's or Don Oscar, if you want to come in.
have just resorted even to start coming on a public platform. Before you came on air, I was there on a public platform to interact with the Zambian people, what they are feeling, what their views are. Before, we were talking in terms of two questions that the PF are going to have, they are planning to have they call it a conference, I don't know what it's called, a conference.
Convention?
Like that. And convention, yes, thank you. They are planning to have a convention, and I think they have about 13 candidates who want to run for the presidency. But up to now, and this was my submission, amongst the 13, it seems that 2 of them are much more famous and they are much more considered, and these candidates are Makebi Zulu and Brian Mundubile. And I posed a question about Pumulo. I'm sorry bring you to this position, but there is a reason why I'm speaking this, to reach to what you are talking about. You are talking about the situation of your friend from Congo and things like that. So I'm trying to tell you, to give you this preamble. So now this preamble is, within the PF, there are 2 candidates. They are thinking that maybe they have quite a good hearing and support. And this is Brian Mundubile and Makebi Zulu. Amongst the 2, Pumulo, surprising enough, Brian Mundubile is being supported by most of the members of parliament of PF. Most of the members of parliament of PF. Now, here comes a reasoning. People start saying, the MPs of PF might be, how can I say, compromised, and probably they are going to vote. These members of parliament might vote for Bill 7 when it reaches the parliamentary stage. These members of parliament who are PF, they are PF, and they are supporting Brian Mundubile. They might be involved, or they might be persuaded to vote for Bill 7 in Parliament when this bill is going to reach to that extent. So, in a Pumulo, this is not a fairy tale. This is not just a talk of if you have no, this is what people have inboxed in me, and they have asked me questions. What do I think? What is my position? And here is my position. The members of parliament have been elected by the constituency supporters. So, if a member of parliament of Nkana, I give you an example of Binu Mpondo from Nkana, independent member of parliament, he was supported by the members, people who went and supported Binu Mpondo as a Nkana constituency member. happen if the people who supported those members of parliament, our PF, Wapumulo, members of parliament who are of PF, what will happen if these members of parliament betrays their supporters? And as we have heard, Kuriama allegations, this is just at the moment I'll call it allegations. Allegations that these members of parliament have been paid some money, some cash, so that they can support Bill 7. So, if this is going to be confirmed or affirmed, and these members of parliament, the same members of parliament, Wapumulo, they are the ones who are supporting Wabran Munduwe, all of them. Mungu for wino, Mungu for wino. Mungu for wino, sir. These members of parliament have all gone to support Bran Munduwe. And these same members of parliament are allegedly being suspected that Navapoka tangents na ngomuchime batolanda ti Navapoka ko tundarama akasaka mpumuka tisho bakaitakale Navapoka indarama
Ichola tata. Navapoka ifiola. Navapoka ichola.
Question Walanda. Our member of parliament T. Now apoke chola. Okwebati. Wabran Mondubile. Tukamisa vote. Olonga watu sala ifo tukamisa defend. Elio, if we don't care, kwebati for by UPA, by PF. If we don't care for by PF, if what we care is akachola mutupele. Ka half muka tupele. Ka half na wapoka kale Wapumulo. Efa abantu walelanda. Na pape defo kulanda ye. Ile defo kulanda kuli imwe. Imwe Wapumulo. Umfwe niliashi. Atawa wa ministers ya wana wapoka half. Pakweba ati wati supporti Brian Mundubile. Ifyefendera ndanga wufi. Abawa ministers na balande inendipano. Na banje bino kunje bachefondera ndafya bufi. Eronga fya bufi. History is going to judge us. Ngafya chine. Wapumulo. This is my conclusion. Ngafya chine. Mwabantu wakwale. Someone wakwale is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, the Son of God, was betrayed by Judah Iscariot because of money. And Jesus Christ confronted Jesus Christ and said, can you betray the Son of Man? Are you going to betray the Son of God just because of money? And Judah Iscariot said, no, it's not me. And until that happened, and did you know what was the consequence of Judah Iscariot when he betrayed the Son of God? He himself did justice to himself. So if we then the Fokulandev, Wapumulo, how do we speak to the purported PF members of parliament, Wapumulo, PF members of parliament, who might have intentions to sell the party to the best bidder? Thank you very much. And I submit.
Ba Joseph Skuti Mwanandako.
Thank you.
Nalalanda.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Badonoska, yes.
In fact, I wanted to pick it up from where you've just ended because there is something that we need to pay attention to. This impetus or this drive that UPND have this far about Bill 7 speaks to, number one, that they've done their groundwork, all right? Because if they didn't have numbers to support it in Parliament, there was no way they were going to go ahead with this. So I want to agree with what our father has just said. There is a probability, because if it wasn't so, we wouldn't have seen the drive that UPND is pushing regarding the Bill 7. It's because they know that the moment it goes to Parliament, they've done the groundwork, they have spoken to individuals, or just like he said, probably they've paid them such that they will support that immediately it goes there. If it weren't so, there was no way they were going to push for Bill 7, because they know they are safe in Parliament. This is why they are doing what they are doing. And it is very sad that we have people that are lacking integrity. You know, instead of putting the country first, they are putting their personal benefits first, which is so dangerous. And this is why, you know, we are really lagging behind as a continent. It's this mindset that just looks at today. Let me have what I can have. You know, those that are going to have, it's there, they'll also have to find their way, which is very bad, because when you do that, you're not just killing, you know, the tomorrow generation. You are destroying so much, you know, that will take years to regain. Because the moment this country slides into a full-fledged dictatorship, it will be very difficult to undo the damage that has already been done even now.
Look at Congo. Look at Congo. It's 30 years.
Oh yeah. It will take years to undo what the damage that has been done, even in Zambia today. You know, Zambia is actually, we can say Zambia is actually upside down. This is where we are as a country. In terms of democracy, we have gone back to where we began. Like, you know, the institution of governance, there is absolutely no confidence. Now, this actually takes me to what... I'm getting a feedback. I don't know that it's from you, Madam President. So, when you look at what Lars, it's you, Madam President, I'm getting feedback from you. Thank you. When we look at what Lars has done, this has been long overdue. You know, we were complaining to say, why is it that in the country, when everything is the way it is, things are not okay, Lars is quiet, and everyone else, including the non-governmental organization, church mother bodies, they are not doing anything about it. And for the longest time, the UPND were doing what we call a free walk in the park. You know, they never faced any form of resistance to most of the things that they were doing. But this one is a test now to the judiciary and also on UPND itself, because who is Lars? The people should understand who is Lars. This is an association of lawyers, meaning all the people that are practicing legal, you know, practice in Zambia law, they are affiliated to this. All right, meaning they have the power to discipline their members should their members misconduct themselves in the process of, you know, this system of the law. So this is good. I love it, and this is how it ought to be. Let us put them. Let's put, because even if they don't yield positive results, but a record will be there that will hold these people in future accountable to the things that they are doing. So kudos to us. Secondly, I want to also applaud Emmanuel Mwamba. You know, it's a pity in Zambia that we no longer celebrate individuals that God has actually given us. These are people, these are leaders, these are blends that God has freely, by His grace, given us. you know, that can actually help to shape the well-being of our country. But what do? We insult them. We belittle them. You know, we call them names, propagandists and everything. But these are people that have really their heart for the country. And when they speak and do things, they are not doing it out of their, selfish gain, but they are doing it for the nation because they have other people in their mind. They have Zambians at heart, and they know what is supposed to be and how we are supposed to be as a nation. But we don't count them. We've relegated, leadership to mediocrity, insults, thuggerism, and all these things that we can talk about. But kudos, what Mwamba did is what should have been done, because people must know the story of Zambia. People must understand, a SADC must understand what is going on. Even as we are coming to the elections, they should have this information. Because in most cases, what has always been said is nothing has been reported, or people should have done. But here we are. He's taken a step, and he has done the right thing. And this is real. This is what is happening in our country. The response from SIMUUWE, for me, I stopped taking that guy seriously. Why? Because, he's in this gear of denial. They never take responsibility. All right, because most of all the things that were articulated in that, letter are actually facts. They are on the ground. No one can actually dispute them. But as it is, UPND will never take responsibility for the wrongs that they're doing. According to them, anything that is said against them, when actually they are doing it, provided it is coming from others, they'll never take them. And this is why they don't understand the function of the powerful opposition. There is no government that can do well or can function properly without serious opposition. Today, to this day, we do praise Levi Mwanawasa to say, Levi Mwanawasa did ABCD for the country. Why did Levi Mwanawasa do what he did? It's because he had strong opposition. Michael Saka put him on his toes, and as a result, Levi Mwanawasa performed for the fear that if he doesn't perform, he would be voted out of power. This is why we need a strong opposition that does checks and balances. But what has UPND done? They have killed the opposition. And what are the results? They are on the ground. They have completely failed to perform. All right, so what do? They want to use underhand methods to cling to power, which is not actually the way to go. Because for development to take place in a country, it requires both the opposition and the ruling. They are offering checks and balances in parliament. They tell you to say, don't sell maize. If the opposition is strong, you won't sell maize. But if the opposition is weak, you sell maize. Don't sell electricity, please. Let's give to our people in Zambia. But because you've weakened the opposition, you think the opposition is just making noise. Who is Impundu? Who is, all these people? And you fail to perform. At the end of the day, what is going to happen is what has happened in Zambia. People are going to be angry with you. They'll be angry with you. People are going to be dissatisfied with you, and they are going to resent you as a government. Why? Because you are killing the mouthpiece that has always been speaking for them. This is how it works in democracy. In democracy, it is the opposition that speaks on behalf of the people. And when the opposition speaks, they are allowed to do what they're supposed to do. The hearts of the people calm down because they know they have representatives. Now, what has happened is you've destroyed the opposition. Now, you've allowed the common Zambians to face you. And what is happening every time a common Zambian wants to face you, you send them to prison because of a cyber crime. And so we have reached a point where we are saying we have a dysfunctional society as the governance system has actually collapsed. I thank you very much, Mama President.
Thank you, Joseph. So, Angel G, you have a comment all of our daughter?
We can't hear you.
I'm done.
Okay, but Angel G, you have a comment or about daughter of King Jesus, daughter of Zion. Yeah, so anyway.
Let me come in, madam. Thank you to greetings to everybody on the panel, and good submission from both my father and my Joseph. And I'll try also to amplify on those two issues. I'll start with the issue of Bill 7. I think we are all aware of where we are coming from and where we are going and where we are. With the issue of Bill 7, I think everyone who has been following this live stream on President Pumi would bear witness to say we've really tried to put this issue as number one priority in our hearts, because we know the consequences of allowing it to go through. We've been there since its inception, and we are here where we are today. We've followed through issues, we've highlighted issues. It's this same Bill 7 that Madam President even went into detail of telling people what each and every article that was being proposed. She went further by explaining, in making it for people to understand, because we've got this culture of not reading as Zambians. So we tried as much as possible to make it very simple and be understood by every Zambian. It's unfortunate some Zambians, even our educated colleagues who say they're educated, have not paid attention to what Bill 7 is. And that's why sometimes when it comes to say supporting it, they'll ask you, why don't you want to support Bill 7? Simply because they've not understood the impact and the consequences of this bill. That's why today we are where we are. And I also want to take you back a few months ago, a few months ago, when we were actually about to bury our late president, ECL. It was at that time, I think, the bill was also deferred. And it was allegedly reported that at that time, when they deferred, you remember there was a judgment in court. They knew the judgment which was coming in court. And then they also did a good investigation. And they were told that if you take it to Parliament with the judgment which is coming, it will not pass. So come quickly, clean as usual, and defer it. They deferred the whole thing. We were happy all this thing has been deferred and whatever. People who understood the implication of deferring and not withdrawing kept on talking, and we kept on talking on this platform. Where are we today? It has to go back. But they are forgetting there's that judgment which said this constitution process in the whole process is illegal and unconstitutional. We have those two issues, but they took it back. At that point, it was also alleged that most MPs, even the UPND, were not going to support it. So they got that information. Then what do? These now, they go back and now like my father was saying, these people have been paid. We even know that the amounts, we are told 100,000, I think, was offered to them. They've been paid 60,000 kwacha each. And now they've been told the 40,000 will be paid after it goes through. Good luck to them. When it goes through, if they'll ever get that money, they'll come and remind me here to say what you said was correct, because you'll be used and dumped. So, having those allegations, they now, that's why Joseph was saying to say, they now feel it can go back and it will go through. And now my father has said that these PF MPs, you are supporting a presidential candidate who is going to be a president of Zambia. If he can be supported by such treacherous people and you allow it, what more when we give you power? What things will pass without the Zambian knowledge? And these are the things that Zambians, we are paying attention, and we don't want to be taken back to 2021 where we have a candidate who doesn't want to listen to the people. So this is, I think my father was trying to write a narrative. I tried to listen and follow. I say, at the point to say, it is allegedly they've been paid and they want to support Bill 7. How can you be supporting Bill 7 and you are supporting a presidential candidate. Red flag for both the candidate and the MPs. How can you sell your own country for peanuts, for your peanuts, for your stomach, for the generation and generation to come? Why? These are the people who can be trusted. They don't care. Even before. They don't care about whatever is going on because now loyalty is in their stomach. Because some of them, they say, okay, they will not be adopted, there will be this and that. So, is this the kind of leaders that would want to have in parliament? I think it's high time we are saying, new. We need to talk about these candidates and get to know who is who. Madam, we need to take them out. We cannot have such kind of candidates and we are supporting treacherous, no morality, no integrity. No, we will not support that. So that's the issue with Bill 7. That's why we've even seen UPND is just, even when you look at the petition that has been done that you are referring to, Madam President, they actually even saying Makamba late. You know what they I saw it on one of their watchdog, is it watchdog or whatever, where they said these people are talking simply because they were not part of the technical committee, so they feel they were left out. So whatever they are saying doesn't matter. You can imagine having a person who is having that kind of mindset. Just because I'm not part of the employed. I mean, just because I'm not employed in government, that does not make you think I'm talking the way I'm talking because I'm not employed. No, it's a patriotism to the Zambian that I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. Like Zambian, I should be patriotic to my country as a nation, and not to be patriotic to my stomach. This is what is causing all this thing. We've made our politics nothing but stomachs. It's so shameful as a country. This is where we are with Bill 7. So we need to ensure that it doesn't even go to Parliament, so that we see how they're going to deal with this issue. Now, come to the issue of Ambassador Mwamba's tag by one SIMUUWE, who I think should go back to the law school where he did his law school and start learning. Even maybe I'll take him back to grade 9 if at all they're still teaching civics, where he should now learn to differentiate what a government is and what he is as a human being, because he is a party cadre and we have a government to run. We have a government which is not supposed to be, you can't mix business and pleasure. I call it business and pleasure. What SIMUUWE is talking about is business. What Ambassador Mwamba is talking about, or what SIMUUWE is talking about is pleasure. What Ambassador is talking about is business for the country. But we cannot mix pleasure and business. We have important issues which are national issues. This is why Ambassador Mwamba brought up those issues. You, a party cadre, are you to even respond? Ambassador Mwamba's letter was who those organizations, and you as a party, using whichever power you have, you want to come and answer what the Ambassador Mwamba said. We are all seeing all these things. The ambassador of the US ambassador is the one who has told us about this medicine, whatever, misapplication, corruption. He brought those things, and you go and write to him. What are you trying to do? You are just showing how corrupt you are actually. You are just showing how incompetent you are. You are showing how shallow-minded you are. Because this is the person that has brought all these things. Don't think he doesn't know. Don't think he doesn't understand. He understands all those things. And then you go and start writing. No, they should differentiate party functions and government functions. And this is where we are saying that all the government institutions have got standards. Because, you know, you need to, where is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in this whole issue? They're the ones who are supposed to be responding as government, if at all they have to respond. But you have a cadre coming to respond to important national issues.
International issues.
Such an embarrassment. National, they're actually laughing at us as a nation. Because you don't even know any diplomatic connections, you have no diplomatic whatever professionalism in you. You just speak for the sake of speaking so that we can say, oh, Max Mu has spoken.
Baramutuma.
Let's be patriotic to our own country, which is the Zambia. A country, Zambia, not to our stomach. That's what I can say. That's my contribution. I submit.
Thank you. Powerful, powerful. Mama, daughter of Zion, Mama Notes, welcome, Waiseni. We are here if you're just joining. I know it's late, but you know, we can't sleep. We can't sleep because of what is going on.
I'm quite thank you, Queen Pumi.
You are ready, Zion, daughter of King Jesus? Are you ready? Or otherwise, Notes, you can come in. If you are not ready, Notes, I can just talk about SIMUUWE. You know, let me just talk about SIMUUWE and what he has said. So SIMUUWE has rejected Emmanuel Mwamba's letter to SADC as false, baseless, and politically motivated. Like it really was SIMUUWE. They argue that Mwamba is trying to mislead the region and cover up PF's history of corruption, violence, and media suppression. Okay, Kashba, you know what? We Zambians should write to the SADC. Since they are discounting that, since Mwamba is a PF, they are saying that they are trying to cover up PF's history of corruption. I think people who are non-PF, like some of us on this platform, need to just take, copy and paste the Enkarata Yaba SADC and put our names there and remove PF. If you're to alleged. So I think this is an opportunity to call upon all well-meaning Zambians to just take that Mwamba's letter and remove PF and put our names there. Kabiri uyusimuwe yalela ndati but PF are covering up their history of corruption, violence, and media suppression. Okay, so this is an opportunity for us all. Naini apa songa na fuma parai biapa. Nana lemben karatero nana ituma kusadik, and all of us should do that. Because the way he has put it, Firei Cancer, yes, the PF had some history of corruption, violence, and suppression. It is true to a point. So Fidaba Mwamba they can discount it. Wamona. So now if we na Zambia, chen tuime tulembe nkata kuma SADC, everyone should write a letter, including Law Association of Zambia or these civil NGOs walembe yenkalata. The statement highlights that under President Hakainde, democratic space has expanded with no media house shut down and greater freedom of opposition and society. Muribabu fiba SIMUUWE. You have not shut down media houses, but you censor media houses. This is how you are operating. You can fool people all of the time and some of the people all the time. You're fooling of people. You can do it all the time and some of the time. But kaluruta pusuke mi pia ibidi. Mwa pia no bufi. You have not shut down media houses, but you censor. You tell media houses not to report and what to report. Police, e-citizen and law enforcement operate independently, and the fight against corruption allows due process. Bufyu bomwabeja, obeja SIMUUWE. Police, if ever tutukana pano, which UPND member has been arrested for insulting? No one. Fimba Upoke, Shife, the list goes on. Even ministers are insulting citizens. Recently, we had the Mwengwa MP threaten, Mwali Tetandese Ndaban to 15,000 via copper beauty. Matambo was issuing threats. Have they been arrested? No. Government appointments are merit-based and inclusive. So, ekobata tonga naba kuzambezi region eba kwatafe merit ya kubomba government. Ba SIMUUWE. So only people from Tongaland or Zambezi are the only ones who have the merit to work in a high-profile government portfolios. Elections are being protected. They are not. By February of 2025, the Southern Province had over 80,000 new registered voters. PF divisions are internal and self-inflicted. Mwabe Janafuti. Why is Chavinga recognized by Nedimut? Zambia remains peaceful and democratic. It is not. It is not peaceful. Our president have anybody but Obama. Ngamwadi wa peace muchalo ba president uchi ba Obama we. So mwandi mwebe na Zambia. I think inkalata pakwe bati carrying away tiaba PF. Let us all take that letter yaba mwamba. We change the details and put our signatures. If you belong to an organization, let your organization do that. Even individuals, let them send this letter to SADC. Because SADC is more credible than African Union. Last nimayona umfudeba Professor Lumumba balelanda. Let me play what Professor Lumumba balandi. You know, you people, if you come Zambia, is not as simple as Zambian politics. It's beyond the problem we raise through Bill 7. If you mean kufia loku kunse kulia aba kwatama mine mu Africa. Eba lelete fintu Zambia. So you people by PF now to respond to what Vadonoska said about these PF MPs, they are so shallow. If you are an MP and you are taking money, ukwewa tumushtishe chalo chenu. Nishi Zambia mwaibika mumusha. Bill 7 is not about Zambia. It is a whole, it's a bigger piece, bigger problem. If you come entire Africa, ba muisa bali leko kuisa nemfuti mukusende fyalo bale bombi abantu nga ikwebene. Ukusende kuisa tupoke fyuma. Mumo nefya fine bastumbeko naba haka inde baishire funya tax. You know? Umusungu tetiese okumukusenda tiyo nansenda nakula tunta mabweno. Kubo mfyo buteko bwenu. Bale bomfyo buteko bwesu, ubuteko bwacho oluchero watu ebatiyo twafunya tax holiday. Mwamona. Wacho oluchero yo Bill 7 na Bill Shani cyber bill naba sign. You people, you must think beyond your nose, okay? Mwalashtishe chalo moneni fi problem ya isa ku Congo. Iya isa Congo ni 30 years bali filwa kufuma Mozambique ko tulea na ipobeneka. This problem is beyond you in order to take oil. Ali koba mufya ku ikoba file na triorial. Some of these leaders bali ba entangled. So tete mubafunyemo. They can't change. Tete wabombe fa filo kubomba because bali koba. Abene bali koba. So since bali koba, solution ifwe abena Zambia na tukwata maka. Stop the Bill 7 election 26 kuba funyapo. Umuntu wonse okay if fine fyawati awobene bale support my MPs bale support ba mundu bile. Okay ba mundu bile. How do you want a new Zambia when you are getting power through corrupting your other means ba mundu bile honestly? If If you are popular, why do you have to corrupt MPs? Why do all PF MPs have to rally around Wamundubile if Wamundubile is democratic? So, Nish, what problem are we going to solve to put Mundubile in power? When all this news is coming about on Mundubile's corrupt activities, corrupting the MPs to all follow him. Imwe mwema MPs nga mwasaina bill 7 na imwe mukalabu taika notu jackets. Ba lirandakale kwati bill 7 is cut and paste from the M7 oko yafuma. Ba lirandakale, we don't need to say it again, but we will say it. Bill 7 kushtishe chalo. Kuriya bawe nabale pangayo ye nama bills bami pangira kufyalo fya wotefi fide chitika. Ama businessmen. Ama letu ntefyuma fyesu na twikala nomba na imwe mwema MPs mwe basambirira because of utfumu twenu. Mukabutuka mu Zambia na kumishi enta mwakula yapo. And I know why bale fa basign bill 7. And I know why na bali MP ashira because bali bebati takuri MP ungapita. Abenge ama MP, they won't be re-elected. So apanomba kufirira munsenga because na beshibati they are 1 foot out the door. That's what these PF MPs are doing. Na beshibati they won't bounce back in parliament. So kufirira munsenga. But Muzambia mukaluka Congo. If you are letter your bill 7 nimu 7 formula to let me eba pano. Think beyond your cheap politics of hating your brother. No. Kuri busy buhandi yabalande irese chef into muma Africa mu fialo mu ababa zinkimana. Utunenu tuwali salapuka kale kumana wo ibadi salapuka Zimbabwe badi salapuka. But even Tanzania balebe but salapukeni by sang by mwana muri mwamonini. Tanzania, it didn't have to happen to Tanzania. But what happened to Tanzania, they didn't take things seriously. And the same thing will happen in Mozambique. Tamule umfa abantu baletwe bakale bambo kutweba. If ifile chitika Mozambique, ababa let me take up barendera mukayisanga muri mwamonini. So isukeni amenso bena Zambia akachinga tukalanda shani. SIMUUWE, yes, he can say that to PF. But some of us are not PF. So now we have to tell all these organizations to write to SADC and see what SIMUUWE will say. Because now that were PF, they were violent. So it's but what of independent people, right, SADC, what is SIMUUWE going to say? It is a shame to lie. They are professional liars. MP on so MP, we shall have their names on a wall. Also MP who can vote bill 7, history shall remember them. And if anything happens to Zambia, we will know that these are the people who have caused all these problems in Zambia. Uyishibirewe MP. Because if it's not only about Uyuaripo, ukeba tekale mu power, it's about freedom ya chalo cha Zambia. It's about ukutwala Zambia. Bill 7 ingayapita. It's about nombe ichalo wakachipela fe mudi badi abene miminwe ya abene abakwate MP abachita on ya mamain. Omo bale Bill 7 nomba ku sign ni seal sign and delivered. Kuita deliver ichalo Jesu. Kuminwe ya abantu abakwata mamain mu Zambia. That's what it is. And it's not a secret. Everyone is talking about it. Even the Guardian newspaper is reported on it to say this election is a high-stakes election because ama mining companies, power ngaya chinja, they will lose this benefit where they are ripping off ama way usubade tunda. But Mama, is it Mama Notes or Daughter of Zion? One of you can come in and then we can close. You know? It's just sad, you know, MPs in Zambia. It's so sad. And then you wake up ba mundu bilabo beno balefana abakwata scandal bali pile mpia n'okulongse bwempia bali. What the hell? In Zambia we are going to celebrate umuntu nakwatana chi scandal pamubiri pamwakwe o tulefa ya uyawini.
And not only that, Queen Kumi, if at all Monduvile had any credibility, now that listening to what Father Mpombo said, if at all Monduvile had any credibility in him, he should be able to stand up and say it publicly that if any PF member supports the Bill 7, you know, you are on your own. That's when you can know that a member of, he's serious as wanting to lead this country. But silence means consent. If he fails to utter any words concerning this and he's vying for that office, it will only tell the people, the Zambian people, one thing, you know, that he is corrupt, you know, and not worthy, not even, we cannot even think about giving him the helms of power. Because how can a credible person be vying people to give money? That's all part of corruption. So if at all he has any credibility, he needs to come out, because we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. These are the same entanglements that have put us into where we are today. Because in a noble table, the reason why they are failing to deliver is very simple. They cannot, because once they go against what Abasungu or the people owning the mines want, they are out of power. And that's the truth. So that is their fear. So instead of known by Fotwala to more because of that thing, instead of them being true to the Zambian people, they are now worrying about they themselves losing power. You see how greedy they've become. It's no longer about the Zambian people, but about their own pockets, you know. So we need to stand up and tell these leaders the truth. And we should forget about if you are to unity. And no, we should come together as a country so that we can fight these people who are trying to sell our country for on a silver platter. Enough is enough. We have had enough. We are sick and tired of being sick and tired. When are we going to learn as a country? You know, many a times you look at these things happening elsewhere, you don't realize that the seriousness until it comes closer to home. Now it has come close. Look at how we are suffering. Do you honestly think in these coming 5 years they'll give you dignity? They won't. For 40 hours, you know, it is the same playbook story that happens day in, day out. And why should we have to put up with it as citizens? Let us learn to say no and defend our country with all that we have, the voters' card. Let us not be used, let us not be a tool for these politicians to use in order to usurp power from in whatever shape or format. No, we shouldn't accept that. So, Mwena Zambia Nami Papata, please, open your eyes. Look at Venechingola, look at they demonstrated, they were not happy. So Venechingola, wake up, don't be used, you know, don't be fooled, you know. So us Zambians need to stand up and defend this country. And these politicians who are coming in to sell this country, I can only say to them, you know, that your time is up, because the year 2026, we are not looking at any small information that will corrupt, you are out. The same problems we are facing today, even worse. No, we don't want that. I rest my case.
Madam Notes, you've said something that has caught my eye or my ears. You said something like, if a person is not able to come out and denounce certain behaviors, then you are part of it.
Yes.
Because at this point, you should be able, these are serious issues, national issues that we are talking about. And you don't have the attitude. If you saw he had an attitude of saying, I don't pay attention to those social bloggers who talk, like, whatever we talk here is nothing. But it's okay, he can say that. But we are also saying if you can't denounce certain traits in the people that are supporting you, then you are the one who is encouraging them, and you are part of it. We are not going to encourage such kind of leaders in the next election. They should not even be brought near the corridors of power, because there is no integrity in them. You might start, and I said, yeah, this thing, good. Never heard him say, no, you guys, if you don't do this, he has not done that. It's a shameful for all these people to just come and sell their souls for a thing. You know, the issue is, these people, it's PND, it's alleged that PND, it's not Mundubile who has bought them or whatever, no. It's PND who is what all of them, because even their own people, MPs, they were not happy for that, because they know the implications. You can imagine, no one is going to stand as an independent. The hell are you that you can come and tell me not to stand? You see, they've been told you can't stand as independent. And then you know that with that information, the MPs will not support the Bill 7. So now what do? They try to buy them. Okay, just support it and whatever. Okay, get this amount, and then they'll give you the rest when it's whatever. And this thing, they will use you and dump you very well. That's when you see the true colors of HH. If you look at supportive Bill 7, wait, he will give you the true colors. He wants you now, this and this and this. Let the Bill 7 go through, and you blindly and greedily and selfishly, you support that Bill 7, you MPs. You come and see the true colors. And how many of you, me have told you several times that Bakesa Mipira job for 1 month. I mean, that not be that. At that time, we would not even care, because you would have supported his ambition. He will not even care about you. He can care for 1 month to say,